So how was your date with Steven?
It was horrible.
He sent me a picture of you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna.
Come on.
Come on.
Look at this. Look at this.
No.
Stop. Hold on. I'm going to the bathroom.
Oh, wait first.
I'm going to kill you.
Really? Okay, well, I'm going to your parents' bathroom then.
Okay, Bailey Guerrero coming at you with kind of a hockey-related story. Something that happened in my life that was a little traumatic, sad, and it was bad. And, I'm not here to be a whistleblower or anything or expose anybody. I'm going to try to keep the names to a bare minimum. But my friend, I've known him since, Jesus Christ, 6th grade. Craig, he passed away August 6, 2009 from drug overdose. He was using heroin. Now, Craig and I stopped being friends because he was using heroin, because I didn't want to be associated with somebody who was going down a slippery slope. So, it's sad, and unfortunately, I moved out of the town that we both grew up with that October. He died in August, so yeah, it was tough. It was a little surreal moment in life. It really hit you hard at that age. I mean, I was 22 at the time. So, let's backtrack a little bit. And I'm going to state for the record that no, I was never an opiate user. I didn't use oxys or heroin or any of that stuff. However, I was friends with a lot of those people. With my struggles, it was more mental health, and the people that were using the drugs kind of accepted me. It was almost like they grandfathered you in, like, oh yeah, you're crazy, but we're drug addicts. I shouldn't say that, though. They're not drug addicts. I think they just wanted to party and have fun, experiment, just like every other kid wants to back in the day. Now, this is going back 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005. And I just remember oxys was the rage. Everybody and their mother in the Northeast was doing oxys. It was so hard to find alcohol because you had to be 21. It was somewhat kind of hard, and everybody was smoking weed. Fine, me included. It was just one of those things where you just look into your cabinet and poof, there's the fucking oxys. Oh, my dad hurt his back at work and they gave him some oxys. And you want to try some? It was shit like that. Which it's kind of sad to say that. I mean, there's some good YouTube video, not YouTube. I'm sorry. There's a Netflix series called The Pharmacist. I don't know if it's on there anymore. Really good. I recommend checking it out. There's one, I think it's on Hulu. It talks about Purdue Pharma that made the oxys. Michael Keaton, who's Beetlejuice Batman, he's in it. Really good, pretty accurate description of pretty much what happened in my town. And I was set in the coal mines in Virginia. And I lived 20 minutes away from Boston, and in a nice neighborhood in Melrose, Massachusetts, and everybody and their mother were doing oxys. It was just crazy. It's just so crazy. It's kind of hard to think about it. You know what? I did a video not too long ago. I think it was right before Christmas, 2024. And I paid tribute to some of the people that died. And, it's like, you don't want to be rude, but like, oh yeah, they died. Drug overdose. And the names were on a banner when they once, I believe it was State. Now, they were older than me, but it was just tough to look at that. And you're like, whoa, man. I've known so many good people. They didn't come from broken homes. they weren't bad people. They just wanted to experiment and party, and they went down that slippery slope, and then unfortunately got addicted and passed away. Now, I had a teacher back in the day. His name was Mr. Chandler. He was a good guy. He was from Taunton, and he knew what was going on with the oxys in the school. He saw it, and he basically explained to people, like, oxys is man-made. So basically, in a nutshell, it's pure opium. So you're going to get addicted faster. There's nothing else in there except for oxys. Oxycodone has Tylenol in it. Oxys just is pure opium. So when you crush that seal, it's like, here you go, let's go. And it's so addictive, it's not even funny. So, I mean, I cringe just thinking about it. I get goosebumps thinking about it. It was so gross. I remember people licking it, bashing it, and just, it was, the textbooks would just be covered in like this like slime, and it's like powdered. Like, what the fuck? What are they doing? I mean, I was a little, I guess I wasn't in that clique, or I wasn't, maybe I wasn't playing stupid, but I definitely didn't know what was going on. And I didn't know the harsh reality of it. And that was how bad Oxycontin really was. So, you would have guys that, it wasn't just like people from broken homes. Oh, that kid, his dad beats his mother, or he's a single mother, and he's from a single mother, and he was born when he was, his mother was 14. No, it was not that. It was the jock, the weirdo, the goth kid, the tough guy. Everybody was doing oxys. It was so fucking bad. It was awful. I'm telling you, it was more easy to get oxys than alcohol, which is really fucking sad. And we lived in a dry town, but the town's next to us. It was just impossible. We just had to walk outside. You had to go to your local downtown and tell me, like, hey, you want some oxys? It was crazy. Go near the library and somebody's like, hey, you want some oxys? Here you go. And the thing about, I know I'm backtracking a little bit. The thing about the oxys is it's man-made, so you get addicted quicker. The thing too is it goes by the milligram. So if you say get an Oxy 10, that's $10, $1 milligram. You get a 20, $20. I don't know if they have 40s. I know they have 80s. It's $80. After a while, you get addicted. You can't afford $80. I'm living with my parents. I'm going to high school. I don't have a job. My parents are giving me some money. They're not going to give me $80 every 2 weeks or every other day. So that's why I started using heroin. Heroin is cheaper. It's like $9 a hit. Get high, you're fine. But you don't know what they're putting in heroin. And nowadays, they put so much shit, the fentanyl. Who knows what the fuck they're putting there in that heroin. It's disgusting. It's gross. It's just nasty. But it all comes back and circles back to the oxys. And I can't believe I've lived through that. And I'll be honest, I tried it once. I'll tell you a true story. I dated a girl. She was a Portuguese girl. She got really big into the oxys. Her cousin was a hemophiliac. So basically, his blood didn't clot correctly unless he took his meds. So if he was in a bad accident or something, he could bleed out and die. But once he takes his med, he's fine. What happened was his elbow, he basically smashed his elbow. And he needed his elbow replaced. He had to go to Children's. This was during the oxy phase. Oxy, you take the oxy by mouth, and it slowly kills off the pain. But he lied, just like everyone else did. He fucking lied, and he went from being, I think, 5 milligrams to up to I don't know, was it 60 or 40? I don't even remember. I know it was a high number. I'm like, holy shit! And my ex would steal them from him. It was bad. It was so bad. I'm like, holy shit! But of course, she's your girlfriend. She's giving you pussy, so you're like, you do whatever she does, or you support what she does. I didn't like doing that because I'll tell you what. I did it once. I was at the Portuguese club in Woburn, and my girlfriend's right here. I'm right here. Got our cousins around us, and our other cousin comes up to us, and he's like, "Hey, Sam, what's up, man? What's going on? Hey, what's up?" And he throws me an oxy. It was an oxy 5. There was a 5 milligram, and I took it. I go, "Oh, cool, sweet," and I popped it. And he's like, "You're an idiot. That's not how you do it." I'm like, "How are you supposed to do it?" He just put it up your nose. I'm like, "Oh, that's fucking weird. I've never done that before." So I just kind of was like, whatever. And then it slowly released, and I just felt itchy. I didn't feel any sensation. Like, I got more high on smoking weed than I did fucking popping that. And I felt gross. I was like, oh man, I need a bed, I need a shower. Oh, I felt awful. It was a miserable experience at the Portuguese Club. And it was the summertime, so I was sweating. I was itchy everywhere. I was just miserable. So, yeah, from there on, I was like, I hate this. I hate that feeling. But I kept dating this girl, and all she did was put it up her nose. Just, huge mounds of fucking oxy. It was just gross. And, yeah, no, she ended up leaving me for a guy who sold oxy. So that's a different story. I'm not going down that fucking tunnel, but that's the truth. And, it was just gross, but I just played it like, this is bad. You knew it was bad then, and it's like, your parents would be mad if you did this stuff, but at the same time, I didn't like it. You didn't like that feeling. You drink a beer, you drink alcohol, you get drunk, you're like, okay, I like how I feel. You might regret it the next day, but fine. But I didn't like fucking putting stuff up my nose. I didn't like any of that shit. And I was like, what? I'm not doing that. But in a way, I kind of encouraged it because I supported it with my ex, and I mean, that's definitely something you gotta live with. It's not healthy, or it's not a good time to remember. But I'll tell you one story real quick, and this is I'm not trying to out anybody, but when I played hockey, you had the older guys, you had the younger guys. We all had the same locker room. So if the Flynn rink, this is back 2002. Oh my god, so freshman year was 9/11. So sophomore year, and we all got dressed in the same locker room. So if you've been to the Flynn rink in Medford, the locker rooms are connected. So you walk down, I think the first room, there's nobody over here, but then you walk over and it's the bathroom, you share the bathroom, the showers, and you can go actually into the locker room. And I think they all connect. My memory's I haven't been in all locker rooms, but I want to say, lately, but I want to say that's how it worked out. So really long story short, we go ahead and I'm there, and you're young, you're stupid, and there was no teachers, coaches, parents around. They just drop you off. Here you go. So we're at the rink, and I see this kid, a couple seats down from me. Never seen him before, and I guess it was the cousin of this one kid, and he's holding a bag of Crown Royal, that purple velvet bag, and I remember he opened it up, and I just see all these pills, and I just kind of look over what the fuck are they doing? But you mind your own business. You don't say anything. You're just like, okay. Oh, I don't know. So, you just play it off like that, and you kind of just observe it. You don't say anything. You don't want to be that asshole that's gonna get fucking rocked after practice. So, I believe another town was practicing before us, and that's when this other guy walks in. He has skates on. And he comes in. He's got a small puck bag, and he's just fucking starts handing this kid stacks. I mean, not wrapper stacks, the fucking fucking giant set, but it was that thick of bills, and he's handing the guy. It looked like 20s, but he's just handing them. It probably had to be at least 17 of them, handing them. Now I don't know this guy on the other team. I don't know this guy in the locker room, cousin of somebody, right? Was just handing out stacks. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then he looks at he hands him the fucking Crown Royal Galaxy stuff. He's like, yeah, that's what's up. All right, cool. And then he walks into his locker room, and that kid's like, all right, thanks. And he just walks out. And then we got dressed, played hockey, practice, took our shit off, went home. And it's just kind of what the fuck did I just say? I just saw a drug deal in the fucking locker room. And you think drug deal, you think of Scarface and shit like that. No, this was oxys. This was a simple transaction, and it was so surreal to look back at it and go, what the fuck? I'm just it's wow. It's something to look at, and I hate to look back at it, but you're like, wow, did that just happen? It's sad. It's really sad, considering how many people I knew that passed away and died. And I made a tribute video. And the guy that ran that Melrose skate, I tried to explain that to him. I don't think he's a real Melrose guy. I mean, he is, but he's not from there. Maybe he dealt with some of the stuff, but like, that's what every kid was doing. The best fucking player in Melrose fucking OD'd. The fucking kid from MC was from Melrose fucking OD'd. Like, what the fuck? It's just fucking crazy. And like, I don't know. It's funny. Even after hockey, it's like, you were still kind of around it. That was my first experience being around it, was in that locker room. Like, what the fuck? What's an OC? What the fuck is that? You know? You want to get jammed? What the fuck is that? You jamming up your nose. It's fucking crazy. It's disgusting. And like I said, check out those I don't know what it's called. Simple Drug. And then there's another one with Matthew Broderick from First Food's Day Off. He does he talks about Purdue Farmer. And that was a Netflix. I think it was Netflix. It was okay. It was kind of silly, but you know, that Oxy was just terrible. The opiate crisis. It's still going on to this day. And to think you live through it, it's just terrible. And like, I can tell you stories all day about working in ER or as an EMT, like all the, you know, opiates and heroin overdoses. It's just crazy. It's sick. And I mean, I look at myself and I go like, wow, like, yeah, you survived the COVID pandemic and you survived the Oxy opiate pandemic, which was pretty crazy. And I feel like I had to share that because that kind of ruined hockey for me at a certain level. Like, I had bad coaches, I didn't like certain people, but like, you kind of see what was going on in the locker room. You see what was happening, and you're like, no, fuck, I don't want to be around these fucking people. I'm not a drug addict. Yet, you started dating a girl that, you know, started putting up her nose. Which I'm glad that ended. So, I mean, it's just crazy. It was absolutely fucking nuts just to think about it. It just blows my mind. But, yeah, I feel like I had to share that story, especially today where my good friend Craig Paddock, who honestly, I don't think he was a drug addict. He liked to party. He was a rock star. He played guitar. He was kind of like living that life of a rock star and caught up with him. And he had problems, you know, socially and whatnot, but he was a good kid. He is missed. But, you know, it is what it is. What's the guy from South Park? Drugs are bad, okay? Yeah, no shit. But anyways, thanks for listening to me rant. You know, stay safe. Just be blessed. You know, don't do drugs, obviously. You know, you only live once. Cherish it. Cheers. Life is so hard nowadays. Everyone's dying. But all this is in memory. Let's go.
Yo, Grams, the way things was going, knew you wasn't gonna last long. My only regret, you couldn't sing me one last song. I know you in heaven, but for you I shed tears. Shame on myself, I ain't get to know my little lady on her last years. But your memory we never neglect. Oh, Gene knows the same dog, we'll never forget. We had our beef, but still, I'm the one who lives to regret. Only if life could reset. I switch places, dog, that's something, hope you'll never forget. Cops digging through your rubbish, your death's something that I couldn't stomach. I wake up at night and deep sleep for a breather. Before I go, I wanted to say, Donna Reed, we ain't forget you neither.
It's crazy, man. All this shit. Let's go.
I wanna know why God take the best ones when they're young. My sadness so strong, it's hard for me to explain it in a song. Just miss you too much, it's been 2 years today. If you had one thing to let me know, what would you say? My guess is, don't worry, be happy. I'm watching over you, girl, so don't let your days be crappy. There's something I have killing inside. Ever since that day you died in that car ride, memories of your wake on my 15th birthday. Longest line, you're lying breathless, most hurtful day. I still lay in my bed, crying that night, while the the fuck did God take your precious life away? I pray and I pray for that day when I see you again, and I hope we in heaven. Till then, I'm pouring liquor over your grave, cause when you were around, we was drinking all day.
Having no father was hard for this kid, but look what it did. Riz got the heart of a king. Think about life, both past and present. Birthdays, Christmas, past, but still no presents. Dad was alive, he wasn't dead, you see. But in my life growing up, he was dead to me. Had to teach myself to always get up when you fall about. Girls respecting basketball. Had no man to look up to when I was being bad. And I never once said, did you see that, Dad? Certain things I seen hit it kinda hard, like when kids and they pops was playing in the yard. There was some good times, but still it seems only played with my father in my field of dreams. No respect for you, I wouldn't raise my lid, but I can't wait till the day that I raise my kid. I'ma do what you couldn't, I know I can. I would never call you my father, cause you're not a man.